Hi, thanks for joining me. It's Christine Crutcher from Create with Christine, and I am so excited to be here for Handmade Holidays 2022. And this is going to be project number 1. So I have, this video is probably going to be a little bit longer than the following videos, but for the next 4 days, I am going to come to you with a recorded video with a 3D project that you can create to make a handmade holiday for this upcoming Christmas season, or if you already did your Christmas shopping and everything is wrapped and ready to go, you can also recreate these projects for different holidays. So today's project is a super cute Peekaboo treat bag, and if you're a demonstrator and you're watching, you may kind of sort of recognize this project if you have the new 2023 mini catalog, because I got inspired by a project from that catalog. But super cute. I'm going to teach you how to decorate this, and as I go, I'll tell you what's inside and show you what's inside. So just to start, I'm using the Handmade Wishes stamp set from the July to December mini catalog. So this is a 30 stamp photopolymer see-through, so I actually love this one, and I'm going to be definitely using it in project 1 and project 2 for this series. And then I also picked one of my favorite dies, the Stylish Shapes, and I don't know what's up with this one, he keeps going for a ride, but I'm using this longer skinny banner, and I'm just going to show you how I omitted, I only used part of it, so this little skinny guy here. But I just love these for the banners and the circles and of course the squares. And I'm sorry if you're watching this, it's the first week of December 2022, and I believe those dies are on back order until the beginning of the end of January 2023. So, but I know a lot of you probably already have them in your stash. So I'm going to point the camera down at my station. I'm going to try to keep this about 20 minutes because I know everybody is super busy. But I'll talk fast, hopefully not too fast, but there will be a PDF tutorial coming if you are on my email list. And if you're not on my email list, the link will be below of how to join. So let me point my camera down at my station and we'll jump right in. Okay, so I actually want to make sure I can follow along, but I'm not seeing myself popped up yet. So give me a second to see if I popped up in the group that I am recording this in. Okay, here I am, perfect. So again, this is a Peekaboo treat bag, and I'm using the Handmade Wishes stamp set from the July to December 22 mini catalog. So super, super cute and fun. So let's jump right in. I'm going to do the stamping first. So I'm going to bring over my Stampin' Pierce mat. Best $5 purchase in the entire Stampin' Up! Catalog, if you ask me. My elf hat seems to be shedding pieces right at the moment. So I am going to bring over my Poppy Parade ink pad, and the stamp I chose is For You. So I kind of thought that this would be great for, honestly, this is just great for a small treat. So right now, my Peekaboo treat bag has chocolate in it. But I also thought something nice and flat, like a gift card, would actually be perfect. I'm going to stamp the For You to one side of the banner. So just press and hold for a minute with photopolymer. So you get this beautiful For You stamped piece. Let me get the block and the ink pad out of the way so I don't have a mistake. And one of the best tips I found out recently was using the smaller stamps on a larger block. So this is an H block. And I have to say, I think I've been using an H block every day since I learned that tip, because a little bit larger block lets you kind of see where you're going, because you can kind of, there's empty space around the block. I hope that makes sense. And then, well, why don't I just put the embellishment on and show you the omit right now while we're here. So for the embellishments on all 4 projects this week for Handmade Holidays 2022 by Create with Christine, I am going to be using the rustic metallic dots. So I'm just going to pick up a larger one and put it right next to my 4 and For You. And there is going to be an ordering special. So if you order by this Friday, December 9th, 2022 at midnight, I'm going to send you an entire pack of those rustic metallic dots if your order is over $50 before shipping and tax. So I just chopped off the other banner side. So that's going to be my little sentiment for my Peekaboo treat bag. So let's put that aside while I assemble. And I should also mention that, let me show this really quick since I'm talking about it right now. You're going to get an entire little pack of the full embellishment. And then this is a sample, but yours might differ. You are going to get an entire pack from me of a 48 sheet pack of retired designer series paper. So I'm doing something old, a retired sheets of 6x6 designer series paper, and something new, a brand new embellishment. If you place a $50 order before tax and shipping in my online store by Friday, December 9th, 2022. And there's a host code, so there's going to be a link with a host code embedded. The host code is NGHPP67X. So your order must have that host code embedded in it to get the freebies. Okay, so let's bring over the little Peekaboo treat bag. So this is how they look. So they have this Peekaboo little clear window that you can see through. And they're actually pretty small. When I got them, I was like, wow, these things are a lot smaller than I thought they were. They are about the size of a regular standard Stampin' Up card. So like 4 1/4, or wow, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So inside mine, let me show you the one I already decorated, but we're going to make it together anyway, so you'll see. This is a belly band, so it slides right off. And inside I have 2 pieces of candy, and I just picked like a flat candy that I had in my stash. So I just got some of the Ghirardelli peppermint bark. So I put a peppermint bark square, and I also put a little snowman. Is he called peppermint bark? Well, he's this little guy. He comes in the little peppermint bark assortment that I got at my local store. So yeah, he's a little peppermint bark snowman. So those 2 little things fit perfectly. And you could also put a gift card or something flat in with them. But this project is definitely something flat because I made the belly band. It's a little bit snug. So, but I want the person to be able to remove this. They could actually reuse the envelope or the Peekaboo treat bag, as it's called in the Stampin' Up catalog. And while I'm talking about these, let me show you the packaging really quick. You get 10 in a package, and they come in 2 different colors. So here's the little thing. You get a quantity of 10. And they come in white and kind of like a craft, a little bit darker than like a crumb cake cardstock. Okay, so enough talking about all that stuff. Let's decorate my little Peekaboo treat bag. So one thing about this project is I have this cute Santa Express Designer Series paper, and I'm going to wrap it around to make a belly band. So my piece is 4 by 8 1/2. And I'm actually going to put the seam on the front. You might be wondering, why the heck is she doing that? And that's because I'm going to cover it up with a card from the coordinating Santa Express Designer Series paper. So I'm going to lay my Peekaboo treat bag flat, and I'm going to make my belly band, okay? So I'm just going to kind of pinch my Designer Series paper on one side. I don't want it so tight that I'm not going to be able to get it off of here, so let me kind of get that over. And I probably made it a little bit snug, but I'll show you a trick. I might want to cut it a little bit longer. Okay, that should be good actually. So you have a couple options here. You can either use liquid glue or tear and tape adhesive. I'm just going to use liquid glue because it looks like it's a little bit of a tight fit. So I want to make sure my glue is only on my Designer Series paper. And my glue seems to like not be, oh, there it comes out very much, but here it goes. And then I just want to bring my edge over and make sure my glue stays on my designer series paper. Okay, so this is going to be the front because this is where the seam is, and you can see it does slide off pretty easily. If it didn't, my tip is to kind of pinch and kind of hold, and I should have put my candy in, so let me slide this off for a minute and make sure this is going to fit with my candy pieces in. So again, any flat candy you have in your stash. I actually had to make a trip to the grocery store. I just came from the grocery store. Okay, are you like me and you like go there sometimes? It feels like we're there all the time. These things are a little bit hard to open, just word to the wise. They seem like really stiff. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to put the larger one in first and kind of get it all the way down to the bottom. And like I said, since I'm using something that's wrapped, they could reuse the little treat bag, Peekaboo treat bag. And they do seal, so let me just kind of get this here on top of it, but like not, so it's still, so it's pretty flat. And then they have this kind of little Ziploc function at the top. Okay, so that's in there nice, it's pretty flat still, and now I'm gonna slide my belly band on again. So if it's a little snug, I just give it a little bit of a pinch. And there, it's on perfectly. So the designer series paper was 4 by 8.5. Okay, awesome. And then I just love how these coordinate. This little Santa card, or almost like a tag, is from the Memories and More card pack. So this is one of the 3 by 4 size cards. It is also the Santa Express Memories and More card pack. So it's going to coordinate perfectly. And I'm just going to kind of put this on whimsical at an angle, and it's going to cover up my seam. So you kind of have, you can go left or right, whichever way you want. I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue here. And I'm not going to go all the way to the edge. I kind of went up from the edge a bit. So, because it's going to kind of hang down over the edges. So give that a minute to kind of just settle in. And then we are going to put our ribbon around the whole entire bag. So a ginormous piece of ribbon. Okay, I used actually a 34-inch piece of the white wrinkled seam binding. So what I did is I kind of started with a little bit of a tail here to tie a bow at the end. And sorry, let me take a sip of iced tea while I'm talking. So start with a little bit of a tail. I might actually want to be a little bit more generous. I want to tie a bow at the end. And then we're going to just wrap around 1, 2, I think I did 2. Yeah, I did 2. And then I'm going to just kind of get the ribbon to go underneath because I want to be able to grab it. So let me see here. I want the entire piece of ribbon to go, my other tail to go underneath what I just did. So there we go. And then I'm going to bring it up and tie a nice bow all together. So I can always futz with it at the end. So let's just tie in a knot here to kind of get it in one spot. And then, oh, I hope this works. Just a bow like you're tying your shoes. Make a loop, tie it around. You can trim the ends to make it look pretty. Okay. So there we go. We got our bow on there and we can futz with it. So 34-inch piece. And then I can kind of sort of, on here it kind of did it itself. I can kind of fan the edges out a little bit. This is kind of loose too, so you could glue dot the knot down. And I could futz with it more to make it look entirely perfect. Sorry, let me just grab another sip of iced tea. Okay, and then I'm just going to put the For You kind of down here towards the bottom. I'm going to put this on with some Seal Plus adhesive, my favorite adhesive for basic white. Okay, you could also put dimensionals here. It's a 3D item, so dimensionals would also work. So super cute. And then the final touch on project number 1 is my good friend Wink of Stella. If you don't have one of these in your craft stash, you are certainly missing out. This is like a magic pen to add glitter without glitter flaking off everywhere. So I am just going to paint his eyebrows and his mustache with some glitter, and from my Wink of Stella. So, and his beard. You could do the white rim and the pom-pom, not the pom-pom, but the top of his hat. But I just kept it on the beard and the mustache and the eyebrows. I just thought it was so cute to add this last embellishment. It made my heart happy. So hopefully you can kind of sort of see it a little bit. I'm going to try to bring it to the camera a little bit closer so you can kind of see the sparkle. There you go. So guys, this is project number 1 of Handmade Holidays. So I'm going to bring the camera back to my face just to finish this off, but I'm going to actually probably make some of these and put them on like my coworkers' desks this month in December. I think this would be just great to just give to, you know, anybody you see that you want to give them something kind of small. And if it's somebody that you really like, you could slide a gift card in there. And I'm just so happy with how project number 1 turned out. So I'm going to bring my camera back up at my face to just sign off for Handmade Holidays week number 1. So here I am back here. So I did this because in the beginning of December, in the past, I always did a class called Santa's Workshop. And in times, just the mailing system, sending packages out, packages would arrive like super late. So I decided to change it up this year and do this four-part series. So again, it's going to be every day at 6 o'clock Eastern on my Facebook page at Create with Christine. A project is going to post. And then I will go out to my YouTube channel. So if you've subscribed to me on YouTube at Create with Christine, you'll get a link to the video. And then it's going to go on my blog, and it's going to go out to my email subscribers. So probably around 7 o'clock Eastern is when the emails will go out with the recording and the PDF tutorial. So if you are not on my mailing list, please make sure you click on the link below so you'll get all the PDFs. And if for some reason you're watching this and you want the PDFs, they're also going to be on my Facebook and my Facebook group, Create with Christine, so you'll be able to find them there. So I just wanted to tell you why I'm doing this, and I hope you like the projects. I'll be recording project number 2 next, and then, so that'll be for Tuesday, and then project number 3 will be Wednesday, and project 4 will be the final project on Thursday. And then there's that ordering special, so don't forget, if you want to place an order in my online store by Friday, December 9th, 2022 at midnight Eastern, I am giving away the rustic metallic dots, so you'll get a full pack as a thank you for your $50 order or more before tax and shipping. And that's the new product. I'm also going to give you something old. So I'm going to be giving you a 48 pack of retired designer series paper. So that will kind of vary, but the embellishments will all be the same. So I hope you liked project number 1, and I'll be back tomorrow with project number 2. Happy holidays, and thanks so much for tuning in.